My name is David. I was once a civil engineer. After the COVID-19 pandemic swept through, the construction industry took a massive hit. Projects were halted, materials became expensive, and clients delayed payments. Work dried up, and the future looked bleak. With no stable income, I had no choice but to pause my career and start driving for a ride-hailing app just to get by. At first, I told myself it was temporary, just until things bounced back. Between rides, I had a lot of free time. I'd sit at coffee shops, scrolling through my phone, trying to kill time. One day, I stumbled across an ad. Turn $5 into $50. Easy, fast, fun. It was an online gambling site. Curious and bored, I gave it a shot. I won. $5 became $25. The next day, I deposited $50 and turned it into $250. I withdrew the money. It was real. The rush, the thrill, the feeling of easy money was addicting. I started thinking, why sweat all day on the streets when I can make this in hours? That's when I started spiraling. I gambled more. Won some, lost some. Then I started losing more than I won. So I bet bigger, hoping to recover. I started borrowing money, at first from friends, then from loan apps, and finally from underground loan sharks. I pawned my motorbike, the one I used to drive. I lied to my mom, told friends I was busy with a side business. In truth, I was drowning in debt, sleeping in random corners of the city, addicted to the screen that had destroyed me. Then came the threats. 3 men came to me one day and said, "We don't like people running from debt. No payment this week. We go to your mother." They knew where my mom lived, an elderly woman who had no idea what her son had become. I felt something inside me break that day. That night, I stood on a bridge, staring at the river. The wind was cold, my stomach empty, my mind numb. A part of me wanted to end it all. But another part, small, quiet, whispered, "You still have your mother, and a shred of dignity left if you choose to face this." I didn't jump. Instead, I drifted aimlessly for weeks. Then one rainy night, while sheltering under a canopy, an old lottery vendor handed me a piece of bread. He said, "I used to be like you. I chose to live, not die. That's enough to start over." That sentence pierced through me like a blade. I cried for the first time in months. Not because of hunger or fear, but because someone still saw me as human. The next morning, I went home. When my mother saw me, skinny, dirty, unshaven, she didn't scold me. She cried and held me, and I broke down. I told her everything. From that day on, I started over. I helped my mom cook sticky rice to sell at the market. I found work as a laborer at a construction site. Hard, sweaty work, but honest. I gave up the phone, the games, the lies. I called the loan sharks, told them I wouldn't run, that I had nothing now, but I would repay everything slowly. Some believed me, some didn't, but I stayed true. This is just the beginning of my comeback. Wanna follow my journey? Catch you in the next one.